Right, so hello again. So I think nandito na lahat. Ilan kayo kanina? Hindi ko na kasi na-monitor. Alam ko 9. So it's a good thing na naging 10. 10 ba kayo kanina or 10 ba tayo lahat-lahat kanina? Alright, so sabi ni Mr. Kagiwa, so 10 din daw tayo kanina, so that's a good thing. Kompleto yata lahat. Right? Alright, so from here, download nyo lang tong instruction na to. Okay. So, wait lang. Ano ba? Copy link. So, may chat box. Papakita. Chat. Control H. Saan yung chat? Wait lang ha. Ayan. There you go. So, punta lang kayo dito sa link na to and then ida-download nyo mismo yung instruction. Okay, so galing din to sa NetAcad or sa Cisco. Hindi ko lang sure kung nasagutan nyo na to dati. Pero I hope hindi kasi para bago naman. So I would like you guys to check on that one. And then pag na-download nyo na yan, ganito yung magpapakita. Ito. Yan. Okay. So the topic for this one is deploying and cabling devices. So nandito yung objectives, yung background scenario, and then yung mga steps na gagawin nyo. Okay? So meron pang pangalawang file, okay? Which is ito, packet tracer, PKA, chat. Yung chat natin ulit nawala. Nawala yung chat. Pakita. Ayan. So ito yung pangalawang file na kailangan nyo i-download, which is yung PKT file. So import nyo lang yon mismo. Import nyo lang yun mismo sa packet tracer nyo kung sakali na-install nyo na. Okay? So pagka-install nyo, ito yung magpapakita kapag na-import nyo yun. Okay? We have PC0 hanggang PC5 and then we have 2 switches. Alright? So once you're done with that one, step 2, learn how to deploy devices and cable them in packet tracer. So the first task in this activity is to practice using device type selection box. So ito yung mga device type natin. Okay? So yan, may mga category yan. So pagka-clinic mo to, itong router na to, marami pang klase ng router dito. Pag clinic mo to, marami pang klase ng switches dito. And so on and so forth. And then for PC, marami din. Okay? So ito yung example na sinasabi ko kanina. Marami siyang iba't ibang klase. You have a generic, 1240, 2811, and so on and so forth. So, ano pa ba ang importante? So yeah, actually you only need 2 components. So hanap lang kayo ng switch, okay? And then I think nandito yung switch na ito 2960 specifically, okay? Ito yung kailangan nyo ilagay doon, 2960 na dalawa. So kung papansin niyo, para lang siyang text kanina, okay? So dito niyo ilalagay yung first switch and then yung second switch. And then hanap lang kayo ng computer and then PCPP yata yon. Kung ayan, yeah. PCPP, yung pinaka-model ng PC na ilalagay nyo. So, ilagay nyo lang din siya dito. PC0 hanggang PC5. And then once you're done with that, proceed to the cabling. So, yung pag-cable natin, is gagamit kayo ng copper straight through. Okay? Copper straight through from PC to switch, yata yun, or switch to PC. So, recall nyo na lang dito or balikan nyo na lang dito. Okay, hindi ko maalala. And then, ito yung configuration natin. So, PC1 is connected to switch 0. PC2 is connected to switch 0. And then for PC3 and 4, connected naman siya sa switch 1. What else? And then PC1, PC0, 1, 2. Yun na kayo dito. Pero PC0, 1, 2 is connected to switch 0. And then PC3 and 5 is connected to switch 1. Okay? Gamit ang copper straight through. And then, kailangan nyo ng copper. Yan, copper crossover cable. So, yun naman na yung magiging connection nyo between those two switches. Okay? So, pag nagawa nyo na to, just save that file. Okay? And then, hanapin nyo lang yung file na yon, and then yun yung isubmit nyo dun sa Canvas mismo. Or, kung, ano kaya? Sige, para mas mabilis, screenshot na lang. Okay, para kita ko kaagad. Take a screenshot of your packet tracer na laman ito mismo. Okay? Just make sure lang na ginawa nyo talaga. Okay? Kasi there is no way na malaman ko kung kayo ba talaga yung gumawa. Kasi pwedeng screenshot to mula sa kaklase nyo. Okay? So, dapat gawin nyo kasi sobrang dali lang nito. Nandito naman na lahat ng instruction. Sinaglit-saglit ko lang para alam niyo yung gagawin niyo sa task na to. Okay? So, yeah. Composed of 4 components. A PCPT, a switch, straight through, copper straight through cable, and then copper crossover cable. Cable, yeah. For this connection. Okay. So, do you guys have a clarification so far?
Sir?
Yes?
Di gumagana yung link.
Hindi ko magana yung link ng may error. Wait lang, try ko. No, this XML file does not appear to have any style version. Alright, so mamaya na lang. I-try kong... Pero pwede naman. Check ko. Wait lang. Ngayon ko na i-check. Baka hindi rin gumagana to. Okay. Meron sa akin. So, I think may mali lang sa pag-copy ko ng link. Copy link. Supposedly. Ano naman yun? Anyway, so mamaya nyo na lang tignan kapag na-upload ko na to sa Facebook page natin or sa Canvas. Okay? So just take note na ito yung instruction and then ito yung PKA file or ito yung parang pagtitracean nyo mismo. Yung mga text na nakalagay doon. Alright. So for now, iiwanan ko rin sa inyo kapag may question or clarification kayo, so you can message me anytime to my Facebook. Okay? So, any other concern? Maliban sa dalawang link na to.
Ano naman, sir?
Alright. So, next one is networking is the foundation. Okay? Kung walang networking, wala tayong connection yan. Okay? Right. So, another fun fact is 30 billion things provide trillions of gigabytes of data. Okay? So, of course, maraming possibilities on those things. That's why we create as trillions as gigabytes of data. So how can they work together to enhance our decision making and improve our lives and our businesses? So enabling these connections are the networks that we use daily. Okay, so these networks provide the foundation for the internet and the digitized world. So the methods that we use to communicate continue to evolve, whereas we were once limited by cables and plugs. Breakthroughs in wireless and digital technologies have significantly extended the reach of our communication. So yeah, this is very accurate, wherein before, yun na nga, nag-umpisa muna tayo sa letter, kung let's say sa ibang bansa to another bansa. So para magkausap sila, letter to letter, tapos hintay mo pa a month, a week. Okay, so sobrang tagal. And then, na-invento na yung, I don't know, maybe wired call connection. So hindi pa siya totally wireless, hindi pa siya signal, gumagamit pa rin ng wire. So sobrang haba ng wire. And then after nun, nagawa na nila yung, yun, wireless na siya. So through signal na siya uh, transport ng data. Okay? And then hanggang sa, yun, pabilis na ng pabilis or palaki na ng palaki yung data na pwede natin i-transfer. So before, tawag-tawag lang. Ngayon, pwede ng live call. Okay? Kasama na yung pati muka. Okay? So gaya ng ginagawa natin. Ayun. So without the network, without the internet, this one is not possible. Okay? So networks form the foundation of the digitized world. So networks came in all sizes. So pwedeng simple network lang siya from one device to another device, or pwedeng connecting one device into a million of networks, okay, or a million of devices. So simple networks in homes enable connectivity to the internet. So they also enable the sharing of resources such as printers, music between a few local computers. So hindi ko alam kung naabutan niyo yung cellphone na kailangan yung pagdikitin. Naabutan ko yun dati, nung high school ako. Meron yung mga ibang cellphone ng kaklase ko na mga mayayaman. So let's say nagpapasa sila ng picture, kailangan magkadikit. Ano ang tawag doon? Infrared yata yun. After nun is Bluetooth na. Naabutan kong talaga is yung Bluetooth. And meron yung before, yung mas maiksi pa sa Bluetooth, is yun. Pinagdidikit na lang yung dalawang phone. And then, until now, yung printers pa rin naman natin is meron pa rin yung wire. Pero yung iba na, yung mga newest technology when it comes to printers is wireless na sila. Okay, so yeah, pwede na siya via Wi-Fi or via maybe Bluetooth. Okay? And then yun, pwede mo na rin i-share yung documents mo. So before, kailangan mo rin ng LAN cable. And ngayon, possible na siya via WLAN or yung Wi-Fi. Okay? So pwede mo magpasa ng documents, pictures, and then music between a few local computers. Okay? So in businesses and large organizations, networks can provide products and services to customers through their connection to the internet. So networks can also be used on an even broader scale to provide consolidation, storage, and access to information on network servers. So again, network allow for email, instant messaging. So ito na yung itong generation natin ngayon. So instant na lahat, actually mabilis na. Okay? And collaboration among employees, which is ito via Zoom. So lalo na't pandemic. Okay? In addition, the network enables connectivity to new places, giving machines more value in industrial environments. Okay? So again, the internet is the largest network in existence and effectively provides electronic skin. So ito yung tinatawag nating electronic skin. Okay. So kung dati sa PCB, ito lang yung pwede nyo pag travel ng data. Pero ngayon, with the use of internet, so pwede from this PCB to another PCB with the use of Wi-Fi connection. Okay? So in fact, the term internet means network of networks. Via signal na siya or via waves, hindi na siya via wire. So the internet is literally a connection of interconnected private and public networks. So businesses, small office networks, and home networks connect to the internet. So actually lahat. Sino may smart devices that can or that has the capability to connect to the internet or that certain network, then possible. Okay. So by having this one network is a foundation. Of course, we have different kind of network or network types. So the first one is the personal area network or the PAN. So I know that Most of you already know this one kasi na-discuss nyo na to for sure sa CPNet. Pero ulitin lang natin. So modern networks can be a bit confusing. Okay? So there are many types that are characterized by their geographic size, by the number of devices or networks that they connect, and by whether they support mobile device or not. So networks can also be characterized by their function and purpose. Okay? So yeah, the very smaller, like pinaka-smallest actually, pinaka-smallest connection or network is yung PAN na tinatawag natin or yung personal area network. Okay? So personal area networks are small networks where connected wireless devices are within personal reach. So when we say personal reach, you can look at the figure one. Okay? So one good example of that one is yung headphone mo o ano pa ba? Meron pa yung isa yung mug wherein connected na rin siya sa Bluetooth wherein makakontrol na rin siya sa smartphone mo. So that is one or that is another example. Or yung car mo, okay? Or yung phone mo, pwede mong i-connect dun sa car mo para papatugtog ka and so on and so forth kung ano ba yung mga pwede mong gawin. Okay? So connecting smartphone to your car using Bluetooth is an example of PAN. Okay? Like when you say PAN, it is within the reach of your hand. So malapit lang, sobrang lapit. Okay? So the next one is local area network. So ito yung pinaka-familiar. Okay? Ito yung ginagamit talaga ng karamihan. So LANs are typically networks in a small or local geographic area. Okay? So yun, pinaka-maliit nito is sa bahay, of course. Lahat naman siguro tayo ngayon or kayo is merong Wi-Fi. Okay? Hindi ko lang sure kung meron sa computer shop sa inyo ngayon. Pero that is still a LAN connection. Okay? So mapa-home, mapa-small business or department within the large corporation. So we have here the figure 2. And then we have an indicator. So yellow for the LAN and then violet for the white. So kung papansinin niyo yung LAN natin is ito. Let's say sa isang business. And then another, let's say, bahay ng kaibigan ko. And then sa home office. Let's say home office ko kung sakali. So lahat yan magkakahiwalay. Okay, maybe 10 meters away with each other. And then kapag kinonect mo silang tatlo, okay, so ito. Pag kumonect na sila sa isa't isa, hindi na sila, of course, LAN to LAN, still LAN. Pero kapag with the use of internet na, ang tawag na natin doon is WAN connection. Okay? Or wider area network. So, talking about wider area networks or wide area networks is this one. So the term WAN typically refers to a collection of LANs that provides interLAN and internet connectivity for businesses and governments. So, gamit na gamit to sa government since, of course, sobrang lalaki ng building. And then lahat sila magkakonnect or lahat sila is magkakaiba ng local area network. And then let's say gusto mong connect sa another LAN. So, yung connection na nagaganap doon is wide area network already or WAN. Okay? And then talking about internet. So, the internet is a multi-layer global network systems that connects hundreds of millions of computers. For example, in figure 3. Okay? So, worldwide na to. Okay? Actually, pwede na natin matawag na WAN. Okay? Itong ganitong connection. Okay? Wherein the bigger name of WAN is internet na actually. Kasi, ang nagko-connect na doon is internet. Unlike dun sa LAN, pwedeng walang internet. Okay? Kasi, let's say, ito is connected sa PC ko and then connected kami sa isang local area network. From the word local, locally lang. Pero kapag WAN, with the use of internet na. Okay? So the internet is not owned by one person or organization. So this large system is comprised of multiple local and global networks serving. So mapa-private man, public, business, academic, or any other, like government purposes, etc. Napakarami, kahit ano yan. So it allows for the exchange of data between more than 100 internet-linked countries worldwide. So this makes the internet an enormous, enormous carrier of various information, resources, and services. So some of these include text and multimedia data, are like email, online chat, voice over the internet, and then file transfer, and then file sharing, e-commerce, and then online gaming. Okay? So, yeah, marami kayong pwedeng gawin. Kahit ano actually, as long as ginagamit yung internet, that's already a network. Okay? So, continuation, another kind of network is a wireless network. So, from the word itself, wireless, so alam na alam nyo na yan. Meron nga ng tatlong standard, or apat actually. Okay? So, we have here the PAN, wherein ang gamit ng standard is yung Bluetooth, which is also wireless. You can even use Zigbee or NFC. And then, ito na yung pinaka-familiar. So, yung gamit natin standard for the, let's say, yung phone ko, connected sa Wi-Fi namin or dun sa router namin, ang standard na gamit nito is IEEE 802.11 o yung tinatawag natin Wi-Fi. And then yung mas malaki dyan is MAN or within a city. Okay? Ang gamit naman nito is 0.15. So instead of calling that Wi-Fi, ang tawag natin dito is WiMAX. Okay? And then yung mas malaki dyan, which is yung pinakamalaki, yung worldwide na, we call that WAN. Okay? So yeah, pwedeng cellphone, etc. or kahit ano na pwedeng makakonect sa internet. Okay? So wireless networks are those computer networks that use electromagnetic waves. So ito yung gamit nila, specifically electromagnetic. Okay? Instead of wires in order to carry signals over the various parts of the network. So wireless networks can be described as ito yung PAN, LAN, MAN, or WAN. Depende yan sa scope or sa laki. So because browsing the internet is considered a normal daily activity, wireless access points have become commonplace in the communications infrastructure today. Public internet-connected places include libraries, airports, coffee shops, hotels, and specialized internet cafes. So thanks to web technology, the internet can now be accessed by every person with a laptop. Of course, kailangan mo ng smart device na capable sa Wi-Fi, whether tablet or smartphone. And then figure 4 shows the different categories of wireless network that are available, which is discuss na natin kanina. Okay. So any clarification so far? Clarification,
None, sir.
guys. Or a question? Natulog na ba ulit kayo or kumakain na kayo? Makain na yata sila lahat. Hello? Yan pa ba kayo? Are you guys still there?
Yes, sir.
So again, pwede kayong kumain sa harap ng computer nyo or sa harap ng cellphone. Okay. Alright. So moving on is the cloud. Okay. So the cloud or the term cloud is used in many different ways. So I think familiar na rin kayo dito kung sakaling gumamit na kayo ng cloud. So marami kayong pwedeng gawin dito. So the cloud is not as much a type of network as it is a collection of data centers or groups of connected servers that are used to store and analyze data, provide access to online application, and provide backup services for personal and corporate use. So, ang main function ng cloud natin is, number one is mag-store ka ng data. And then second is, yung data na na-store mo is pwede mo ma-analyze or pwede mo ma-fetch. Okay? Wherein you can provide access to online application with the use of that data on that cloud. Okay? Or, pinaka-last thing na dapat mong gawin if you have a cloud is mag-backup ka. Corporate. So cloud services are provided by different organizations like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and so on and so forth. So napakaraming cloud providers na pwede mong i-avail. Okay? Next one is the edge. So the edge refers to the physical edge of a corporate network. So ito, very straightforward. Kapag sinabi nating edge, connected siya sa isang LAN, okay, wherein, let's say itong LAN connection na to is merong server. So lahat ng data na ginagawa mo is connected dun sa server niyan. Or yung pwede nating tawagin na edge server, okay, or edge network. So lahat ng data dadaan doon, or pwede niyang, let's say, ma-modify or tawag dito, ma-configure, okay? Or etc. kung ano man yung mga pwede niyang gawin. Okay? So, yeah, ang tawag natin dyan is edge network. So, ginagamit to ng mga malalaking company para, let's say, instead of storing that data into the cloud wherein magbabayad pa, pwedeng sa edge server na lang. Okay? Or sa server mismo ng kumpanya. But of course, gagamit siya ng napakalaking storage like maybe I don't know, maybe 8 terabytes, 16 terabytes, or 100 terabytes. So, depende sa laki ng company. Okay? So, next one is fog computing. So, ito na yung mas malaking range ng fog. Okay? So, with the rising number of sensors used by the Internet of Things, there is often a need to store the sensor data securely and closer to where the data can be analyzed. So itong first sentence na to, this one is talking about the edge computing. So this analyzed data can then be used quickly and effectively to update, modify processes within the organization. So still, ito within the organization, so still with the use of edge computing. So figure 6 shows an example of smart city and how sensor data is processed. Okay, so lahat yan connected sa isang server bago niya i-upload sa cloud. Wherein kapag na-upload na sa cloud, yun yung tawag nating fog computing. Okay, so ito yung pinaka-main description ng fog computing. The fog is located at the edge of a business. So again, dadaan siya sa edge, pinaka-server ng local nyo, local area network. And then, servers, yung edge server natin and computer programs allow the data to be pre-processed for immediate use. So, hindi na siya gagamit ng internet. Well, gagamit pa rin, pero sa server lang na to siya maghahanap kasi doon nakasave yung mga data. Okay? Then, the pre-processed data can be sent to the cloud for more in-depth computing if required. And then, let's say, kailangan pa ng another process sa mas malalim. Let's say, ibang company na yung magpa-process. Yun na yung time na ma-upload na siya sa cloud. Okay? Pero still, nakasave pa rin siya sa server natin wherein yung edge computing. Okay? Kaya lang natin natawag na fog computing kasi after niyang masave sa server, ina-upload niyo na rin sa cloud server right away. Okay? So, yeah, once you have this one, meron akong ginawang short quiz, okay, which I called it network terms. Okay? So, malalaman nyo mamaya kung ano yung mga terms na yon. So, from the word itself, network terms, napaka-obvious naman. PAN, WAN, LAN, MAN, and so on and so forth. Yung mga ganong terminology lang naman. And so on, na pa ba? Or iba pa na connected sa network. So, check the canvas to answer this short quiz. So, kung naalala ko, 5 question lang to or 10 question. 5 to 10. Okay. So, moving on is your laboratory number 2. Okay. So, in this lab, you will use an internet connection and 3 route tracing utilities to examine the internet pathway to destination networks. So, ito yung medyo mahaba-haba. Kung yung laboratory 1 nyo can be done in or within 15 minutes. Itong laboratory number 2 can be done siguro minimum of 30 minutes kung mabilis. 30 minutes to 1 hour. Okay, so para magkaroon kayo ng idea, so pakita ko lang. So, control and then left click And then magpapakita tong warning. Pero don't worry, safe naman to. So just click OK. And then since na-download ko na kasi siya, kaya ganito nagpapakita, duplicate download link. So i-re-download ko lang. Ayan. So dina-download na ng IBM ko. And then punta natin. So yeah. So eto na siya, mapping the internet. Ito yung second laboratory nyo or laboratory number 2. Okay, so we have four objectives. So part 1 is test network connectivity using ping. So ito yung pinakamadali kasi ito yung built-in or naka-embed na sa operating system. And then pangalawa is trace a route to a remote server using Windows Tracer. Still, itong function na to is naka-embed sa Microsoft Windows. Okay, sa Mac, iba yata yung gamit nila, or sa Linux, iba din. And then, part 3 is trace a route to remote server using web-based and software tools. So, itong part 3, gagamit na kayo ng web-based tool and then software tools. So, dalawa. Okay? And then, i-compare nyo siya gamit yung built-in na functionality ng CMD natin. Okay? And then, lastly is compare trace route results. I-compare nyo yung tatlo. Okay? So, iiwanan ko na to sa inyo, itong background na to. Okay? Just read that one. It talks about how to use tracer, how to use ping, and so on and so forth. And then, yeah, kakailanganan nyo pala itong visual root. Tala, naalala ko, hindi ko ito ginamit. Anyway, kung sakaling na-miss ko yung question na yun, so you can always download this one. This is the software that you're going to use. So, yeah, ito yung link mismo ng visual root. So, nasa canvas nyo na rin to. Canvas nyo na ba? Wala pala, nasa feed. Yeah, nasa presentation ko lang. So, malalaman nyo to mamaya kapag na-upload ko na yung presentation. So, click nyo lang yon and then open nyo lang to and then click nyo lang ulit tong link na to wherein mare-redirect kayo dito sa website na to. Okay? Yan. Ito yung web-based and then yung isa is yung software-based. So, again, warning lang, make sure lang na i-download nyo yung Lite Edition. Hindi ko pa trinay yung full version pero for now, just follow this one. Just download the Lite Edition. Then you have here the scenario. So using an internet connection, you will use the route tracing utilities and examine the internet pathways destination, and so on and so forth. Okay, so iwanan ko na rin sa inyo yan. Dali. Sorry, dinadalian ko kasi 3 minutes na lang ulit. So meron kayong 4 parts. Okay, so part 1 is the ping. Okay, so ito yung sasagutan nyo. Okay, letter C. I-ping nyo yung www.cisco.com and then screenshot nyo lang or pwede nyo i-snipping tool and then i-paste nyo lang siya sa Microsoft Word. So, saan yung Microsoft Word na yun? Gumawa ko ng form mismo. Ito. Copy nyo lang tong link na to and then paste nyo lang sa website. And then, magpapakita ito. So, ginawa ko to mismo para may reference kayo kung anong sasagutan nyo sa laboratory number 2. So, kung papansin niyo, screenshots of your own using CMD part 1. So, gagamitin niyo dito from C to F, so CEF, is ping. So, ipiping niyo yung Cisco, paste niyo dito. Ipiping niyo siya 100 times, paste niyo rin dito. And then, ipiping niyo yung 4 na registry or tong regional internet registry nila. And then, screenshot nyo each of those result. Okay? And then, after nyong masagutan tong CEF ng part 1, we have questions here. So, all these things were run from a hotel located in the US. So, ibigay nyo lang yung comparison nyo or yung ano bang tawag dito? O yung conclusion nyo kung ano yung pinagkakaiba nila with the use of, different continents like sa Africa, sa Australia, sa Europe, South America, and so on and so forth. Okay? And then for the part 2, so medyo similar siya pero with the use of tracer. So ito yung mas complete way in doing or in pinging. Kasi ito nag-hop nag-jump shot from this server, yung pinaka-server mo talaga or yung pinaka router mo and then to another router or to another server. Okay, and so on and so forth. And then, yan, sagutan nyo lang din yan. Okay, so dalawa lang ipipin nyo, or tatlo actually. So cisco.com, freenick, and then lacknick. Okay, and then sagutan nyo lang din to. Also this one. Kung ano yung lumabas sa hop number 7. And then part 3 is with the use of web-based and then software tools. So, yeah, gawin nyo rin yan. And then after nyo magawa lahat yung part 1 to part 3 is, yun, i-compare nyo lang yung tatlo. Okay, so sagutan nyo lang tong mga to. Ano yung closest path to Cisco using tracer and so on and so forth. Okay, and then, yeah, so you can use this form and then ito yung i-upload nyo sa Canvas. Okay, so hanggang dito na lang muna. I think 20 seconds na lang natitira. So, advance, goodbye na bago ulit mag-close. So, again, wait 5 to 7 minutes for our part 3.
Sige, sir.
Sige, bye-bye muna.
also added a LiPo voltage